Hey, Scruffy. How you doing? Coming in? It's warmer today. So actually surprised that they get warmed up a day earlier than expected. Okay, so I have your meaty pate, grilled chicken and tuna with kibble and rotisserie chicken scraps. Okay. Yep, Scruffy's ready to go. I actually just saw Scruffy about 15 minutes ago on the big table. It was dark, but I could make him out barely. And he was looking right at me in the kitchen. And it looked like, yeah, he was, he saw me and basically realized I was going to feed him pretty soon. So he started kind of walking to the edge of the table. Looked like he was about to jump off. Then he looked back at me. And I don't know if he was trying to figure out if I was going to feed him immediately or wait, or I don't know. He seemed indecisive about jumping off the table. So he actually then walked back towards the center of the table, and I thought maybe he was going to jump off on the other side. And then he turned around and then came back to the same edge that he was on, and then looked at me again. And then after a while, he finally jumped onto the orange chair and then down onto the deck here. And I think he's been waiting for about 15 minutes. It took me about that long to get dinner prepped. And the other thing I needed to do today was, so it looks like I'm going on another day trip tomorrow, or evening trip. So I'm going to miss dinner tomorrow. So I wanted to get the automated pet feeder ready for tomorrow. So I'll be here for breakfast or lunch, so I'll bring it out then. But I wanted to get the machine loaded with all the kibble and make sure it was the batteries are still working, and advance the kibble because the container was empty because I emptied it, so that the kibble doesn't get stale in the container because it's not airtight. And so when I refill it, I have to make sure to advance the dispenser a few times. That way it's not dispensing nothing, because it needs to kind of work its way through the system. So I think the machine's all ready, so I just need to bring it out tomorrow. If I have time, I might give Scruffy some rotisserie chicken scraps for lunch, since I won't be here at dinner. And then he can feast on his dry kibble from the feeder at dinner. So it dispenses, I think, more kibble than I normally give him, which will make up for the fact that he's not going to get any wet cat food. But I think it actually overcompensates. I think I'll probably give him a little too much. So I'm not inclined to feed him too much extra tomorrow at lunch. But I thought, some chicken skin might be nice. Maybe a little kibble. So I'm actually still working out the details of my trip. So it looks, I'm going to take the train again. least that's the plan. But yeah, the logistics of somebody picking me up at the train station at my destination is the big question mark right now. So, so yeah, basically, yeah, some relatives are either in town or still in town, and the relatives want to get one last get together. I'm the furthest away, so that's why I need to take the train. So there, yeah. So basically, yeah, I got a email asking me if I can make it. They said somebody will pick me up at the train station. And so I'm trying to confirm. Okay, yeah, what time, and is somebody actually going to pick me up? And so, because yeah, they said somebody, they didn't actually know who. So, and I sent them the train schedule. Don't know if it's accurate, but hopefully accurate enough. Last time I came back, it was completely inaccurate. Actually, yeah, it was pretty inaccurate both ways. So when I left, when I departed here, the train schedule was completely off. It was, yeah, I think it was off by like 15 minutes or something like that. It was not even close to matching the schedule. And then when I came back, there's, unfortunately, when I come back that late, there are different lines, and there's no direct line, so I have to do a transfer. And originally, the thing was telling me that I'd have to take one particular line and transfer at some station that I think I've only been to once, but it was actually a pretty out of the way transfer. I was kind of surprised. But that would be, at least according to the schedule, that was the only one running. But when I actually did it for real, turns out that that line was not running, and there was a different line. I still have to transfer, but it was the line I was usually more accustomed to. So, and the time schedule was completely different as well. But it kind of worked out for me, I think, better. I was not really enthusiastic about the first line that thought I was going to be taking, because that one is kind of out of the way. But I actually have to take the train in a slightly wrong direction so I can get the transfer point that takes me back into the right direction. But yeah, that's what I gotta do, I guess. Yeah, so anyway, the weather warmed up a little bit today. Still kind of cold, but yeah, it's definitely off the lows that we were on the past couple of days. So I can feel the difference. Yeah, I'm not freezing right now. And yeah, so we were starting to get a stone's throw away from freezing temperatures. And yeah, we kind of reversed last night. So yeah, we're much further away now. And I checked the forecast, and like over the next 5 days or something, I think we're going to it's going to increase like 15 degrees or something like that. So we're going to get a fairly noticeable warming trend. So I think I'll feed Scruffy now. Okay. So I think I saw Scruffy this morning. He was lying on the deck. He was a little obscured by the big table, so he was, I think, closer to the railing. So I guess he was catching some sun there. And then, yeah, we did our lunch thing. Though, I think... Yeah, he approached the door, but... Yeah, he wasn't... I don't think he was meowy. He was very quiet. And seemed like, yeah, he just wanted me to come out and give him the kibble. So we went pretty fast. Hey, Scruffy. Comfortable in the sun. The meows. Okay, I'm gonna put your water down. Good, you didn't hiss. So I went for a run today. I was thinking maybe I should have went for a bike ride, but because I'm going for my trip tomorrow, I'm probably not going to have time to exercise or do anything because I need to go probably right after lunch. It still depends on if I'm going to get picked up at the train station or not. But I think original time I proposed it would make me leave like right after lunch. So anyway, since I'm not doing anything tomorrow, I figured maybe I should do a long run today, since it tends to be a little more demanding than my bike rides. But yeah, I didn't do that well today, so my feet were really tired. So it's like, yeah, my feet were kind of cramping up, feeling sore. I thought I'd do better today since I think I haven't gone out in the last 2 days. Because yesterday I had this I wasn't able to go out. I had things to do all day, and then think I forgot what happened 2 days ago. But yeah, I think I've been. I think it did it rain? I can't remember. So I was hoping I'd do better today, but yeah, it's kind of a miserable run. I went really, really slow. I was walking probably more parts. Uh, a lot of the time, yeah. So usually, I try to run the whole way through. But yeah, today I just couldn't keep the pace and broke down into a walk way too often. So I did 4 laps plus partial loop. So it was probably like 4 and maybe a third laps or something like that. So kind of disappointed with it, but I'm kind of hoping that when it warms up later in the next few days, maybe the runs will get a little easier since I won't be so cold. But on the way to the park, I finally saw the porch cat. So yeah, good to know the porch cat's still alive and well. So I saw the porch cat crossing the street, leaving the house where it usually hangs out on the porch. Instead, yeah, I saw the porch cat, yeah, in the middle of the street, crossing over to the house uh, opposite to where he usually hangs out. And then I watched the cat approach a parked SUV, and he started using the rear tire of the SUV as a scratching post. So yeah, these cats in the neighborhood. So I watched the cat use his scratching post for a while. Then he stopped, and then he just kind of stood there, looking towards the house across the street. And I don't know what he's going to do next, but I was, continuing on to the park. So I don't know what he did, but I was kind of happy just to see the porch cat still around. So I haven't seen him in seems like a few months. So I was starting to get a little concerned. Maybe something bad happened to the porch cat. But yeah, good to know he's around. And seemed perfectly fine. So my guess is, yeah, I'd probably just don't go around dinner time anymore. So I keep missing the porch cat. So, since the sun's been setting sooner, and then there's a time change and all these other considerations, I've been going for my runs earlier. So, and then before that, I was going kind of late because that was before it got cold. It was hot, so yeah, we went from too hot to too cold basically. Because I think I remember, I was complaining about the heat, and then I think like in 2 days I was complaining it was too cold. So that was our summer to winter transition. Didn't really get fall. And yeah, I didn't see any other cats today. Saw a bunch of squirrels, so the squirrels are out again. And yeah, I noticed, yeah, one of the squirrels, it's like, so they've torn up the field, so there are squirrel holes everywhere, squirrel mounds everywhere. One squirrel that was kind of close to me, I saw him pop up his head, and then he ran into his tunnel, and I could see the tunnel, and it looked like it was freshly carved. It was still moist, and it was very circular, and looked, yeah, very clean, very clean dig. And then I also think it's funny. So a lot of the squirrels, when I'm running by on the trail, a lot of them will run from one side of the trail to the other, trying to beat me. Um, but they don't need to do that because I know there's squirrel holes like everywhere. They don't need to run across the trail. If they want to hide, they can just duck into the squirrel holes on the same side of the trail that they're on. So I don't know why they do that. I think they're daredevils. So there's a lot of pate stuck to the ball. Oh, and when I was leaving, I saw something move in my garden in the front yard. I thought maybe there was a cat hiding in one of my bushes. I thought maybe it could have been the Siamese cat. So I was poking around trying to see if I could see what it was, but yeah, I couldn't find any animal. So either they were really able to hide in the brush, or I was imagining it. Let's try to help Scruffy eat the pate off the ball. He got most of it. It's like one little spot on the ball still, and then there's another spot on the golf ball. Not sure why it's stuck to the ball so much this time. I wonder if I should cover the balls in the grease first, and the rotisserie grease first, so the pate doesn't stick to it. Yeah, I think I got most of it. I don't know if he's going. Yeah, he's not going to find the golf ball. That's okay. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.